Everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing a deck update of my Dark Magician deck. A lot of you guys have been asking for it, so I'm bringing it to you today. So, before I get into the deck profile, there's a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, the Dark Magician deck is 41 cards, alright, in the main deck. I have been playing with this deck for the last 2.5 weeks, and I can tell you from practice, playing online and in real life, during that time, the deck works perfectly fine. Okay, it's perfectly fine. You have enough draw power and search power for an army. It's just as consistent as a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, in my opinion, nowadays, especially with Spellbook of Knowledge in it. So honestly, it's fine at 41 cards, personally. I don't have any problems with it, and I have no regrets. And I've literally broken this deck down into a science, and I'm fine with it. So, next thing I want to mention is, if you're new to the channel, I always get asked, who is this person on the playmat? This is Matat, or Matat, however you pronounce it. He is from the GX manga, and he actually has all the Millennium items. I believe he's a monster from the GX manga. He fought against Trigodia, actually, in the manga. So, without further ado, let's get started. And as you can see here, guys, I got my invitation to Duelist Kingdom, so I'm going to leave this cold weather behind and head south for the winter and go do some dueling on an island. Hopefully no one takes my soul, but it's going to be fun to get away into the sunshine. So yeah, let's get started, guys. We got our 3 Dark Magician. As you see here, as I've mentioned to you guys, the original OG artwork, I've had these since I was a kid. They belonged to my brother originally, and I took them when he quit Yu-Gi-Oh! A couple years ago. So I've had these for a long time, actually. And then I love the artwork of the Red Dark Magician, so I keep it. So the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. There's some other powerful spellcasters out there now, but he's still awesome. So yeah, our 3 Dark Magicians, staple for the deck. Next, I run 3 Apprentice Illusion Magician. I'm happy I got these when the Show and Jump manga came out. They got pretty expensive for a minute, but luckily it's got the reprint for you that want to pick it up. But she's definitely integral to the deck, and I would definitely say you need her as a 2 of or 3 of in the deck, hands down. Preferably 3 of. So what she does is she functions kind of like an Honest or Colute in hand, I guess you could say. You can boost up your spellcaster monsters, your dark spellcaster monsters, that is, which is really nice. Also, on top of that, she, on field, when she's special summoned, you can actually add to your hand a Dark Magician. This makes things like Eternal Soul and Magician's Navigation more alive because you're adding Dark Magicians to your hand. It's another way of doing that. Secondly, on field, she can give her attack bonus to a Dark Magician, which is quite nice. So she has a myriad of different things that she can do to be successful and help you win a duel. So definitely a 3 of, and I love her artwork. The only thing I hate about her is I wish she said on field and in graveyard she is treated as Dark Magician Girl. It would help out so much with the Dark Magician Girl deck. But alas, I'm not going to complain because I still love her. So 3 Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl. Next we run 2 Magician of Dark Illusion. Now he's still good in the deck. If you don't draw into your Dark Magician and you set a whole bunch of traps, you can bring him out and still use Magician's Circle. Overall, I like him. I can banish him sometimes with Allure of Darkness. I can use him to make rank 7 plays and go into Ebonon and things of that nature, or Big Eye, or whatever the case may be. So I like him for the other reasons he can do. I've seen people, though, cut him down to 1 of, and you could do that to make it 40 if you want to. But personally, I like him as a 2 of, and he works perfectly fine for me. Next, we run our Searcher of the deck, which is Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod can search out so many different things. You can search out Dark Magical Circle, which is your main power play of the deck. You can search out Dark Magic Attack, but you usually use Eternal Soul to search that out. You can search out Illusion Magic to add Dark Magicians to your hand, or Dark Magical Inheritance. Magician's Navigation you can add, and Eternal Soul you can add with Magician's Rod. So it can pretty much search out all your different combo pieces, which is awesome. Now, nowadays, I find myself, depending upon the situation, when I've normally summoned him and made my searches, I'll usually use Spellbook of Knowledge on him. So I'll either search it out or have it in hand. Spellbook of Knowledge, draw 2 more cards deeper into my deck, set all my cards, and pass turn. Because Dark Magician, if you guys have played it long enough, it usually goes off on your opponent's turn more than your own turn, usually. So I like it a lot. So 3 Magician's Rod, definitely staple in the deck. I run the Summoner Monk engine still. I love it. It helps you go for Utopia the Lightning, Tornado Dragon, Bagasucha if you wanted to put that in. You can just go into the rank 4 pool and do so much, as well as Chocolate Magician is a stall card, and on top of that, it is a mini draw engine, because you can go Summon a Monk, Chocolate Magician, pitch a card, draw a card, and go into a rank 4 that way, which is really, really awesome. So I definitely like the Summon a Monk engine, the Chocolate Magicians. They've come in handy. I don't hate them. You can pitch dead spell cards if you have dead spell cards in your hand. And usually what I like pitching is I'll pitch sometimes some dead spellcasters that I have duplicates of, just to get some more draw power to get something else. So it adds more draw power to the deck and can do multiple different things by going into rank 4 plays. So overall, fairly good. And Chocolate Magician is a good standalone card. Next, my last monster I run is one Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. He is here to help search out your Spellbook of Secrets, depending upon the situation, or your Spellbook of Knowledge right away. Usually Spellbook of Knowledge right away, but usually if I have the ability to thin my deck out, I'll go Spellbook of Secrets, then search Spellbook of Knowledge. That way I'm thinning my deck out, and next turn I have a more likely chance of getting into more of my cards that I need. So one Spellbook of Prophecy, I really like him, or as I always call him, Little Blue Boy, or Little Boy Blue. Come blow your horns, study some spellbooks, and get it going on, I guess. Trying to rap doing this video, what can I say? I suck at it. Next we have 3 Magician's Circle. It's one of your power plays of your deck, and one of your main combo pieces to go off with Eternal Soul or Magician's Navigation. It's essential. It helps. It's pretty much like a pot of duality. If you find a Dark Magician card on top of your deck, you can add it to your hand. Now, I'm going to mention this because people are going to start asking me this. You cannot add Dark Magical Circle or with, Magician's Rod. With neither one of these cards can you add Eye of Timaeus. Okay? I know it says Dark Magician in the name. You can't do that. If you don't believe me, you can go look up the ruling online. But you cannot add Eye of Timaeus with Magician's Rod or with Dark Magical Circle. Alright? You can only hard draw this card to get it in your hand. So, just so you guys know, for clarification, if you're new into the playing the New Age Dark Magician decks. But 3 Magical Circle, definitely staple-esque in the deck. 2 Eye of Timaeuses. Now, some people like 1, some people like 2, but with the new fusion that we got recently, being Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, and how good this card is, you really want to run double Dark Eye of Timaeus. And if it's dead in hand, you can pitch it easily with Summoner Monk. But you also allows you to go into Amulet Dragon and Dark Paladin, which are pretty good cards as well. So, multitude of things that Eye of Timaeus can do. If you guys want to know something too as well, if you have Magician of Dark Illusion on the field, you can use, because it's treated as Dark Magician on field, you can use Eye of Timaeus on Magician of Dark Illusion to go into the fusion plays. So, I'm just letting you know that. So we got that. Next we have 2 Spellbook of Secrets. I'm so happy I have my first Eds. Now, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here for like 30 seconds here, okay? If you guys are very old subscribers to my channel, when I first built Dark Magician about 3.5 years ago, I played these original Spellbook of Secrets. I picked them up back when they were like, what, $8, $10? After Spellbook format, after Spellbooks got hit, and Eye of Timaeus came out. So when these Eye of Timaeuses came out, because these are my first Ed ones I've had, I picked these up at the same time. And it's kind of weird, because that was 3.5 years ago, back when this channel was very small. And I haven't put these in any deck since that day I took them out, back when the New Age Dark Magician support came out about what was it, like a 1.5 years ago now? So it feels like everything's gone full circle with this deck. The fact that I'm playing cards that I used to play back before the New Age stuff came out, so it's kind of odd. I find it. It's just the irony, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at here. It's kind of everything's gone full circle now. But back onto the topic now. We have our 2 Spellbook of Secrets to search out your 2 Spellbook of Knowledge, and you can search these out through Spellbook Blue Boy. So more draw power and thinning deck power for your deck. Next, we run 2 Allure of Darkness. You have enough dark targets in the deck that you definitely want to banish stuff. Sometimes you get double Dark Magician and you're like, oh crap, I don't have anything to use this for. Banish one, it doesn't matter, draw 2 cards. I still like the Allure of Darkness in the deck. It just adds more consistency to the deck, and as a 2 of, I have no problems with it. Even though it's at 3 now. Next, I also run 2-pile Duality. Like I said, this is good going first because usually going first turn, you're not going off. You're just setting up your board as you go, and then you're going off. So you want to get your board all set up, pass your turn, go off on your opponent's turn, come back, and just start doing your thing. But it's also good when the grind game starts happening, Pile Duality is. And if it's dead, pitch it with Summoner Monk. Next, we got for your 1-ofs that you can search out your Dark Magic attack. It's your Harpy's Feather Duster of the deck. Your Illusion Magician. Yes, you have your Princess Illusion Magician Girl to add Dark Magician, but this can add it from Graveyard. And overall, it's pretty good to have as a 1-of just in case still. Then we have 1 Dark Magical Inheritance. You banish 2 spell cards, add any Dark Magician card you need from your deck. So it's good. I searched this out a lot now, but I only like it as a 1-of. You could run it as a 2-of, but I don't like it as a 2-of necessarily. I've seen people do it and it works fine, but it's up to you. For your traps, the backbone, I consider it, of the deck, and my most favorite artwork out of this entire deck, because it has Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in it, which is awesome looking, is the 3 Magician's Navigation. An amazing, amazing card to have in the deck. It's your power play of your deck, really. Next, we run Triple Eternal Soul. This is the one thing I may cut down to 2 of. I'm really on the fence about it. I mean, really on the fence. But I definitely like the 3 Eternal Soul still. But you could cut it down to 2 of. And then I run the Solemn Brigade because they're pretty good still. So 2 Solemn Strikes and 1 Warning. It still works out well. If this gets hit to any ratio, run Ghost Dash, run whatever you want to. But yeah, that's what I run. On to the extra deck, we have my Yugi tokens that I've been collecting over the years. I've had these forever. Hopefully one time I'll get them signed by Dan Green. For your rank 4s, Castel, Tornado Dragon, Perform a Pal Trap Peace Magician can help you OTK, which is one of the reasons I still like the Summoner Monk engine. You also have for your rank 4 plays your S39 Utopia, your regular Utopia, and your Utopia the Lightning. Lightning wins games and helps you get over stuff that Dark Magician can't, especially if it can't be targeted. So this is your Blue Eyes Chaos Max killer. If you're going against Blue Eyes Chaos Max, you go for that. For your rank 7s, you have your number 11 Big Eye, your double Ebanon Illusion Magician, which is the main rank 7 you go into. You have Ebanon High Magician. And I also run still the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon because he can help you burn for games sometimes. For the fusions now, we run a myriad of them. We run the 2 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, which if you guys don't know what this card does now, because it's pretty brand new still, this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. Your opponent can't target spell or trap cards you control with card effects, which is awesome because it protects your spells and traps. Also, they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, really, really nice card to have now. We also run Amulet Dragon because he's still useful in certain situations, and Dark Paladin. You don't need Buster Blader to make this. Eye of Timaeus counts as Buster Blader to make Dark Paladin, but we run the 1 Dark Paladin as well. So, saying all that, I hope you guys all enjoyed this deck profile that I've done for you. I love playing the Dark Magician deck. It's so fun to play. And I did go into some of the combo plays you guys can do, actually, if you want to go down that tree. But, yeah, I really do and love playing this deck, guys. It's such a fun deck to play. And it gets more powerful every time they give out new support. Now, there's different ways you can play the deck. I would say there's different little techs you could run. You could run Secret Village of the Spellcaster if you want to go down that route, which is something I've done before in the past. You can add more of the Spellbook engine. I've seen people do that recently, and by that I mean add Spellbook of Wisdom, maybe 1 Spellbook of Wisdom, 1 Spellbook of Power. They're not bad cards necessarily, and they can help be more search targets. I've also seen people run different versions of it, really. I've seen people just tech in a couple of other little things here and there. One thing that I've been playing around with a lot, and I'm going to just put this out there, if you have the cards, try it out, especially in this version, is Silent Magician, I believe it's called. it helps you go into Silent Magician level 8, but on its own, just run that card on its own, it helps you negate your opponent's spell cards. And they gain attack based on the number of cards in your hand, I believe it is. So it's not a bad card by any stretch of the imagination, and you could easily, if you just had, for example, it's something I'm trying out right now, but I want to do the solid deck profile first. If you have this, what you can do is, after you search with it, tribute it off to special summon Silent Magician, and then go into that. So it helps you give spell negation. So there's different things out that you can try to build Dark Magician. So this is just a starting point for you to go forth and build your own deck, or just to see what other things you could try out in the deck. But till next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling to all of you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would be very grateful for that. Until next time, guys, take care everybody, and good luck dueling to all of you.